Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Had it the opera on you knockers. Now, Saints and Broncos agreed to trade to make Sean Payton's Denver's head coach. Now, the Broncos and New Orleans Saints have agreed to a deal that'll make Sean Payton Denver's next head coach. Yahoo Sports' Charles Robinson confirmed. Now, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport first reported on Tuesday that the teams had agreed to a deal. Sources told Robinson that the Broncos will send the Saints a first-round draft pick in 2023 and a second-round selection in 2024 for the rights to hire Payton, who remained under contract in New Orleans. The Broncos will also receive a 2024 third-round pick in return. Shortly after the news broke, Payton told Jeff Duncan of the New Orleans Times-Picayune, if I said that right, or Picayune, that he's excited about taking over in Denver. Great fan base, great tradition. Payton said, the ownership group is fantastic, and I love the way they competed last year. It's a great football city like we had in New Orleans. Terms of a deal between Payton and the Broncos weren't initially clear. A year ago, Payton stepped down as coach of the Saints. Everyone knew he wouldn't be out of coaching very long. Retirement, I don't think, is the right word today, Payton said when he stepped down, according to WWL in New Orleans. I don't know what's next, and it kind of feels good in this coaching cycle. Payton and Jim Harbaugh were the biggest names talking to teams in regards to Payton. It's rare that a coach with his credentials is available. Sean Payton had a great run as Saints coach. Payton was the Saints coach from 2006 to 21. Before Payton came to New Orleans, the Saints had just one playoff win in franchise history. Payton won 9 playoff games in New Orleans, including a Super Bowl. A couple months after Payton joined the Saints, the team landed quarterback Drew Brees in free agency. It's tough to separate the two, and there's always the question of which one was more responsible for the Saints' success in that era, but Payton's record is pretty strong. Payton was 152-89 with the Saints. The team never finished worse than 7-9 with him and had 9 seasons with double-digit wins. New Orleans never had anything close to that level of success before Payton. The Saints beat the Indianapolis Colts in Super Bowl XLIV at the end of the 2009 season for their first and only championship in franchise history. When a teams hire a new coach, it's rare to find a candidate that is more than 60 games over 500 and has a Super Bowl ring. Payton spent just one season out of football working with Fox Sports, so it's not like he was out of the game a long time and it passed him by. Payton reportedly had been working on building his next staff of assistants. Once the offseason started, he had multiple teams interested in bringing him out of his short hiatus from coaching. With the Saints holding his rights and able to get trade compensation if he was hired by another team, Payton, who is 59 years old, wasn't ready to leave the sidelines for good. Well, Sean Payton, I knew definitely was not going to Arizona because Kyler was hurt. Even though everything was pointing to Arizona, he wasn't going there because Kyler's hurt. Kyler probably won't be back until next year mid-season. if that. He wasn't going to Carolina because they're trying to draft a quarterback, and Frank Reich would probably be more patient to do that than him. I really saw him going to the Chargers, but when the Chargers decided to keep their coach, which I thought was stupid because he hasn't really proven anything, and he's done nothing but choke. He's had Herbert, he has receivers, he's had tight ends, he had a defense stacked, but yet Herbert didn't have help. Okay. Now the Broncos would be your next best bet, which I really like this move because Russell Wilson is similar to Drew Brees, even though their play styles are kind of different. Russ is more of an RPO guy, move outside the pocket. But if you give Russell Wilson time, you direct him, you actually can coach him, Russell Wilson could be one of the best QBs. I still think this Broncos team is going to have to get some more help. I believe they will be better this year. I don't think they'll be that bad. I think they'll be better. I think they will compete. I think they will be a better opponent going at the Chiefs this year than they did this past year. So, you know how it goes. So, but great move. The Saints, I believe, were trading him, so still don't know what the compensation is. Let me see if they got the compensation. So yeah. So they're sending a 2023 first round pick to acquire Payton. Yeah. Well, if that's all they sent, that's not bad. But it might be more. But people are upset saying like, oh, Russell Wilson, look, Nathaniel Hackett is not a head coach. He's trash. Okay. He was not using Russell to his strengths. He wasn't. He was brought in to lure Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay. That didn't happen. That's when the roof fell in, and that's where you got the trash coming. So I think it's a good move. I think Sean Payton's going to turn Russ around. I think it's going to be effective for him. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it. Do you like it? Don't like it? I think in the next 2-3 years, the Broncos could win. I really believe so. The Chiefs, yeah, they'll still be around because you got Mahomes. And the Chargers, they're the Chargers. And the Raiders, they're the Raiders. And I don't trust Josh McDaniels. Now, if they get Brady for next year, it could be on and popping in the West. But do I think the Broncos will make the playoffs next year with Sean Payton? Absolutely. I believe they will. I believe he will turn Russell Wilson around. He'll work with Russ. And I believe he sees it as a challenge. Sean Payton is going to go somewhere where he wants a veteran quarterback. He'll be able to do what he has to do, tinker with him a little bit, change his delivery a little bit probably, change his mindset on how to read things, and they're good to go. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do I think they'll win the division next year? We'll see. We got to see the moves they make. We got to see who they bring on. We got to see what's going to happen. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you could donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to my Cashapp to donate whatever your heart's desire. When the video's live or premiere, you guys can super chat. And if you guys don't make it to watch the video live, you can always rewatch it and leave a super thanks. So thank you guys for listening, and we are out. Deezy.